Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Frances, and we're members of the Hillsborough Tree Board, whose mission is to promote the protection and healthy growth of the trees in the public spaces of the town of Hillsborough.
Today we'd like to tell you about the dangers of English ivy growing on trees and demonstrate how to remove and control it.
English ivy is climbing on trees all over Hillsborough. Here are a few examples chosen on a random walk in downtown. English ivy may seem like a benign plant, whether sprawling on the ground or climbing up trees. It suppresses weeds, it stays green in the dead of winter, but appearances can be deceiving. Ivy on the ground smothers native ground covers, creating what some call ivy deserts. When climbing on trees, ivy can kill them. It strangles trees, preventing light from reaching the tree's leaves. It adds weight to trees, making them more susceptible to storm damage. It also holds in moisture, which can accelerate rot and attract mosquitoes. By removing ivy from your trees, you'll protect your landscape investments, create more shade in your yard, and extend the life of your trees so that they keep sequestering carbon and help to mitigate climate change. How to remove it? Here are a few tools that are handy for the job. Hand pruners, loppers, pruning saw, screwdriver, a shovel or mattock. Let's look at some trees on the grounds of the town hall to demonstrate how to remove ivy from trees. Here's an example of relatively young vines that are pretty easy to remove with pruners. You want to cut the vine close to the ground, no more than 2 inches above the soil. Then reach as high as you can to cut the top of the vine. If the cut portion isn't firmly attached to the trunk, you may be able to pry it off with a screwdriver. If it is firmly attached, let it be. You don't want to damage the bark of the tree by pulling the ivy off and taking the bark with it. All of the ivy above the cut will eventually die, turn brown, and fall off the tree. Be sure to dispose of the cut vines as they can reroot if left on the ground. This tree has much thicker vines and may seem impossible to free from ivy. You just need a different tool, like loppers or a pruning saw. Again, cut each vine close to the ground and then above, as high as you can reach. Once ivy vines are removed, you need to keep them off your trees. You can create an ivy-free zone by digging up roots around the base of the tree, at least 2 feet out. You'll need to monitor the area to keep the ivy from creeping back up the tree.
If the roots of your ivy seem too extensive to dig up, you can apply herbicide. There's no need to spray if you use the cut and paint method. Just apply a 25% solution of glyphosate and water to the cross-section of the stem soon after cutting.
Glyphosate comes in various concentrations, so be sure to read the label to correctly calculate the proportions of glyphosate and water and observe all safety precautions. It's effective at temperatures as low as 40 degrees, so you can apply it practically any time of the year.
Okay, now you know what a menace English ivy is to our trees and how to combat it.
And remember, our native trees are critical hosts for insect larvae, which the birds need to feed their young. So by removing ivy, you are saving our trees and the birds.
Just as the regulators of Hillsborough rose up against the oppressive British in the 18th century, you can fight this invasive exotic vine to make sure it doesn't damage our beautiful native trees.